Hey, everybody. Happy Front Row Friday. It's Marilyn Sherman coming to you from my home office in Las Vegas, Nevada. I want you to take a second and write down one thing that is frustrating you today, one thing that is bothering you today, one thing that you are aggravated with. I want you to write it down. And then I want to give you a mind shift hack. Yes, because you know, if you've been listening to my Front Row Fridays, if you've ever heard me speak on stage, you know that the success that you have in your life is dependent upon your mindset. How do you see things? What is your perspective? So I want you to take a look at that which you wrote down, the thing that is bothering you or the thing that frustrates you the most. And then I want to give you the hack. And the reason why I think this is important is because I was reminded of a speaker who told me this story when I was speaking to a group of speakers. She said she was feeling envious and resentful of another speaker in her space. She is a woman with disabilities, and she has one leg. And so she speaks in the diversity and equity and inclusion space. But there was another woman who she was competing with for work who had no legs. So she was comparing herself, feeling less worthy to speak on the topic because she still had one leg. And I thought, wow, there needs to be a shift in perspective and a shift in mindset. So keep in mind what it is that bothers you or what's keeping you or holding you back, that one thing. And then let me give you the hack. The hack is, I want you to shift your perspective by engaging in a story that inspires you. The story that I'm talking about specifically is a movie that I was watching on an airplane. Now, I've talked before about the importance of reading books, not just collecting books, but reading books that inspire you. But this particular movie really helped shift my mindset. Now, the scenario was this: my plane that I was on had to make a stop, an unexpected emergency stop in an airport in a remote location, a real small airport, because the weather was so severe, the plane could not continue to fly, something like that. And so we all disembarked and we were waiting. We had no idea when we would take off again. And I made an observation. All the other passengers were really angry and they were frustrated and they were aggravated. And they started to raise their voices. And I was so calm and so relaxed and so chill because of the movie that I was watching. So you want to know what that movie was? It was The Diary of Anne Frank. Now, if you haven't seen that movie or read her book, and you're in a place in your life where you're feeling a little bit frustrated, kind of like that thing that you wrote down, I suggest you reread that book or watch that movie. It will shift your mindset, because no matter what you and I complain about, are frustrated about, are aggravated with, no matter what we're going through, it's not nearly as bad as what Anne Frank went through. And in her young life, she made such an impact in society. In fact, I want to conclude today's Front Row video with three of her quotes. And these are mind shifting, perspective shifting, get yourself out of a bad mood and put yourself in a better mood. This is how to stay front row positive in a balcony negative world to shift your mindset. And here are three of her quotes that I want to share with you today. Those who have courage and faith shall never perish in misery. Where there's hope, there's life. It fills us with fresh courage and makes us strong again. I don't think of all the misery, but of the beauty that still remains. We all have challenges. We all have obstacles on our path to the front row. But if you want to shift your mindset and be front row positive in a balcony negative world, I want you to look at life like Anne Frank looked at life. And no matter what trials and tribulations you're going through, there is a spark of hope. There is an ability to have courage to get through it. So on this Front Row Friday, my friends, have courage, shift your mindset, and see the hope and the beauty around you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.